Hey guys, it's Humble Spirit, and today I have a special guest. He's a friend of the show. How are you, Humble Redeem?
Hey, I'm doing all right. Humble spirit. How are you doing today?
I think I'm pretty alright actually. I'm glad that you're here actually.
Thank you for having me on.
Of course. Well, today we're going to talk about a couple of trending topics in the world. And first up is the Doomsday Clock. Now, a lot of people have been talking about it. On January 25th, scientists moved the Doomsday Clock up, and now we are 2 minutes away from the annihilation of humanity.
Wow.
So, how do you feel about this, Humble Redeem?
Man, it just blows me away, like even more. Because our Father talks about it, all through the Bible, how He's going to bring things about. And it's crazy that, like they have this different level on a scientific scale that, like other people are like looking into it and comparing it and trying to make their own assessment of it.
Yeah, that's true though. That's a good way to look at that, actually.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, and I feel like it is very legit, and it's a real conscious thing that they're doing.
Yeah, that is very true.
And that's the key thing, to be conscious, so they already heading in the right step.
Yeah, and they're like on their own level.
Yeah, on their own level.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, I feel as though the powers that be are, trying to warn people of, what could and will happen. Like you said, in everything is in the Bible. Exactly. My thing is though, you can't really predict the end of humanity like with a clock, though. You know what I mean? It's like,
Exactly.
First of all, you can just look around at this crumbling world, we're in, and know that we're close to the end of all things, not just humanity.
Exactly, we definitely are.
Exactly. Read your Bibles, people, and know what's going on for yourself. But don't disregard the doomsday clock, though. Even though we more than likely are closer than they're telling us, of course. But there's a lot that they're doing and they're not telling us. I mean, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, a lot of things behind the scenes,
Exactly. Behind the scenes is the best way to put that. Which leads us to our next subject, Kodak Black. Now, I bring him up because I've still been hearing and seeing a good bit about him. Mainly on Twitter, I've been seeing this thread that's been going, and just things about him and more things that he has said. So yeah, how do you feel about this, Summer Redeem? How do you feel about the whole Kodak Black situation? Period. I would love to hear your input.
Well, Kodak Black is definitely, like very conscious, to like his surroundings, and he's definitely, like looking at everything for what it is, and and being
That's
real
true.
about it.
Yes.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and people should definitely, like listen to what he's saying in his songs, and really think about it, and
I agree.
try to take that same approach.
Yeah, definitely try to take that same approach. If you're a fan of his, take that same approach, that conscious thinking. Exactly.
Yeah, because it's definitely going to get you more closer to God, get you closer to the truth, and seeing things for what it is, and
Exactly. Seeing the reality of things, really.
exactly.
Yeah, I did a podcast on him and his situation. You guys go check that out if you haven't already. But all I'm, really going to say about this is, the elite he knows more than he's previously put out. And they couldn't let him say anything else. They needed to shut him up, basically. I'd say he's like basically the Lil Wayne of this generation. I mean, the best little, rapper of this generation. And they know that. As I said, they diluted him with a bunch of mumble type rap. I was going to say mumble jumbo,
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, basically. But, they diluted, him with that. And basically, we're just going to have to wait and see what's to come of that situation.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like hopefully he's praying, and really,
yes,
trying to, gain some help from my father.
exactly.
Try to find a way out of his situation.
I definitely think the Most High's with him though. I definitely do. The information that he's put out, like I said, he's mentioned everything from weather control to rig sports to being an Israelite. He mentioned the 400 years of slavery. So I definitely think that the Most High is definitely dwelling with him. So, like I said, we're going to have to see what really happens. And like I said, I mean, with him mentioning all of that just within, certain songs and whatever, I mean, you tell me if that, if there's a reason for him being in jail or not. You know what I mean? Everything, in this stage world usually is for a reason. And, I mean, wouldn't you agree that?
Yeah, definitely so.
And, speaking of reasons, what would be, the reason for them putting pesticides in medical marijuana? Is that crazy? How do you feel about that? What's your opinion on that?
Man, that is so, mind-blowing, because they already, corrupting everything else that was once, pure and good, how our Father intended it.
That's so true.
And herb definitely has, tremendous amount of health benefits to it.
Exactly, and they're putting it in the medical marijuana. Exactly. So, I mean, exactly.
Exactly, and they're trying to depopulate and...
Exactly my thoughts, too. I honestly feel like, this is another sign, in a sense. I mean, honestly, like you said, it's some Agenda 21 stuff, like straight depopulation, folks. I mean, whatever else, could they be trying to do? You know what I mean? What else in this entire world could they be trying to do putting pesticides in medical marijuana besides to kill you?
Exactly, they trying to shut everybody up that's, doing things that's out of the norm and...
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, come on, what's another huge trending topic that everybody is talking about? The flu. And what has it been doing?
Depopulating.
Yes, exactly. My thoughts exactly. There's been 34 deaths in just South Carolina itself. I mean, along with them trying to kill us, it's definitely pestilence at its peak. Once again, like I said, guys, pick up your Bibles. Because, close to pestilence in the Bible, you'll see earthquakes in various places. Matthew 24:7 says, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. Luke 21:11 also says, and great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines and pestilences, and fearful sights and great signs shall there be from heaven. So, I mean, right there. I mean, it says pestilence right there. So, I mean.
Yeah, guys, you definitely can't forget, that God's in control of everything, and this is going on because this is His will.
Yes, exactly. Like I said, pick up your Bibles. Exactly, this is His will. So, like I said, also, beside pestilence, you'll see earthquakes. So that is our next subject, earthquakes. There has been a good bit of earthquakes just within these 2 weeks. There has been 12 earthquakes, to be exact. How do you feel about that? I think that's insane.
Yeah, exactly. That's definitely insane. That's definitely our Father trying to send a message. He's trying to... wake people up, and that's what it's about, getting people more conscious and getting people, to pick up the Bible more.
Exactly, and ask why, instead of just going along with stuff. Like, why are we just you know what I mean? Every day, just going along with stuff. Oh, an earthquake happened wherever. Oh, a mudslide happened wherever. And go about life. Continue to go about life like everything's fine. When it's not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Why we're just trying to ignore it.
Exactly, because there's no ignoring it. So I mean, he's trying to get you to ask why, figure out why this is
Exactly.
happening.
There's no trying to dismiss it, because it's happening. It's real. Our Father is definitely returning.
Yes.
And this is all happening. You know, the let people know when He's coming.
Yeah, exactly. And if you pick up your Bible, then you will find that out. I feel like this earth is truly falling apart, and nobody's seeing it. I mean, kind of like this next trending topic we have here, the plastic pollution that's been getting out of hand. What do you feel, like is going on here with this whole plastic pollution, Humble Redeem? Like, what's going to be the outcome of all this?
Man, I feel like that we as people, should be ashamed that, I don't know, that we have like such, like crazy pollution like this. I was reading an article the other day about, how much fish is like just eating the pollution that's in the water. And that's all it is in there.
Exactly, and the fish are like being born with the plastic within them, within their bodies, and it's just like, I don't even know. It's out of control.
Exactly. And people catching fish, and they go to open them up, and, lighters and everything's in there.
Exactly. And, I mean, don't we eat fish, guys? So how are we going to continue to eat fish if they're all, like, you can cut them open and, I mean, we can't eat lighters. So,
exactly.
I mean, that's kind of a problem,
Exactly. Yes, the fish are dying from the pollution, and every other sea creature.
Exactly. So, I mean, that kind of goes back to that verse that I said, Luke 21, and great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines, and pestilence, and fearful sights, and great signs shall there be from heaven. He says, and famines. If all the fish have lighters and plastic inside of them, we cannot eat them. I would say that's famine.
Exactly. That results in famine.
Exactly.
It all connects, and that's what people, have to become conscious about as well. That everything our Father talks about in the Bible connects with this physical world and this real life.
Exactly. I mean, you can look around and see exactly what he's speaking about.
Currently.
Yes. There's not really much to say, except that we hopefully are seeing what we're doing. To jump down the rabbit hole real quick, I mean, we, the creations of the Most High, have sinned against Him in more ways than one. And that is why the world is seeing the things it is and is to come. So seeing the trash should just, physically make us realize we have destroyed everything the Most High has created, including ourselves. So, I mean, that would be why the oceans are drying up, which a lot of people have been talking about. Do you not agree with all that? I mean, do you not agree that we are the reason that, this is all happening, period? What's your take on it?
I mean, we definitely are. It's not the animals that's doing things that's, they're not supposed to be doing. They're being animals. That's how Father created them to be.
Exactly.
But He He created us to be better than, what we become.
Exactly. Like I said, we have destroyed everything, including ourselves. Exactly. Everyone's been talking about the glaciers breaking off because the earth is heating up. And let's not forget about volcanoes randomly erupting out of nowhere. All because of us. That is the only reason. All this is happening because of us. Like I just said. I mean, we have sinned against the Most High in more ways than one. And now the earth and animals have to suffer because of us. Like he just said, I mean, the animals haven't done anything. I mean, the earth hasn't done anything,
Exactly.
Like I said, the earth and the animals are suffering because of this. They said all turtles are being born female now, and birds